What's up, you guys? Welcome back to another video. Um, I think what I want to say about this day today is that I'm still learning how to be a profitable trader, right? Part of being a profitable trader is taking your setup when you're supposed to, not being afraid of your setup not working, and sticking through with your setup. And I think I could have learned, or I could learn from basically what happened today, right? So let's go through the trades today. Let's go on the Express Funded account. We did end up winning today, so that was really good. Let's go through the chart execution zone, and then you guys will kind of see what I mean, right? So, um, we actually did end up taking a loss. I completely forgot about that until now, but we'll go through it together. So, looking at today, we can close that out. Looking at today, we can see here that we were very bullish during the day, but then all of a sudden, around 320 was about the climax or so, and then we just start dropping. We dropped all the way down, right? So for me, coming into today's trading session, again, I trade Asian session at 8 p.m. Um, we were fairly bearish, right? From these lows coming down until the end of the New York session, right? We did gap up slightly as well here. We did gap up, but then you've just been hanging around these areas, these lows. So again, I don't start trading until 8 o'clock, but you can see here that my setup actually formed around 7:30. I didn't even look at the charts until then. But when I came to the charts at around 7:50, I already saw, I was like, wow, my setup already formed. It's already there, you know? My setup was already there. So I was like, okay, well, what do I do? You know, what do I do here? So I was like, no, I'm gonna wait, right? I'm gonna wait till 8 o'clock, see what happens, right? So it's not 8 o'clock yet. I look at this red candle, I'm like, ooh, that's a good body, but not enough volume. Then you see this thin green hammer there. I'm like, oh man, it's probably gonna reverse. If I had gotten in here, which I probably would have here, no, I definitely would have gotten in on this candle because this was a break and then that was the retest and then that was the confirmation lower. If I had gotten in there, I'd be scared. I'd see that. I'm like, oh no, right? And my stop loss would have been right here. So fast forward a bit, I get this candle here, and I think that's where I add, right? So if we scroll and we look, essentially, I initially add on, I guess I added on this candle here after that close. I added on this candle, fell all the way down, added maybe one more here, and then we start shooting up, right? As we continued lower, I added some more and I added some more. So I had a total of about like 13 contracts here. So yesterday I did say that, oh, I'm going to do maximum 4 contracts because the last few Wednesday nights, I've just been destroyed. So I didn't want to be destroyed last night. But tonight, even though I know that I've been losing the last couple Thursday nights as well, it didn't feel the same, right? I was like, I have the license to trade with multiple contracts here today. It's gonna be, it's fine, right? As long as my risk management is fine, it's okay. But here, I stopped myself out. Why, right? So let's kind of talk about where was my original stop loss? My original stop loss was here, right? But then because I added all of these contracts, I over leveraged, but in reality I didn't, right? Because I knew that I had a point that I could put my stop loss at. So for me, it was going to be this red hammer right here. If we go back on trading view, let me fast forward a little bit here. So for me, it was this red hammer. Now the volume isn't as high, right? But my stop loss would have been placed there, but it could have been placed at this top green candle here. But in reality, this candle right here that confirmed the move. However, because I added so many contracts right here, here, and right here, and I saw this green candle, I didn't get stopped out. I was holding, right? But we almost lost that trade. And because I did that, my stop, if I had left it here with 13 contracts, would have been like 500 something dollars. And I'm like, no, I don't want to risk that. So it was 300, about $333 at this point here. And I'm like, the most I ever want to lose on a trade is $400. So that I was like semi comfortable with, but in reality, like a loss of $150 is what I'm comfortable with. But this was my setup. So I was like, it's okay, it's fine. Once I saw this green candle start to reverse on me right here, that's when I was like, oh man, but we did end up coming down. The next area of support was this prior day value area low, and I was like, we need to break that. We need to show that we're gonna break that, right? I got stopped out on this candle. Why did I get stopped out on this candle? Because I was scared. This happened at 8:20. Let me just make sure that was okay. So it wasn't that candle. It was a few more candles down the road. It was this candle, I believe. Yeah, it was on that candle, right? So it showed signs of wanting to head higher, but the volume wasn't even that bad, but I got scared, right? I got scared. So in all reality, I should have held my stop loss, right? I should have held on this candle here, but I got scared, so I ended up taking about $70 or so. I did end up gambling. I gotta stop doing that, you know? I did gamble one contract for about $12 loss here. Let's see where that happened. So that happened, I think right here, right? So I shorted here, got stopped out on this candle here, which is fine. So about 12 to $14 loss. I can't remember anymore. Um, but in reality, I should still be in this trade. It doesn't matter what's happening here. And then look what happened. Boom. Super quick sell down below here. End up getting out at 96.25. We ended up entering some trades at 99.25, but some of them 113.75, 106.75, 99.25, just adding to the trade. Ended up getting out at 96.25. So it was a really good quick trade, which gave us the bulk of our profit today, right? But in reality, right, I was in. I was in at 130, 127, 126, 122, 121, 123, 128, 117, 117, you know? I was in at those numbers already. And if I had just held, right? If I had just held 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 minutes, or nine technically, that could have been a $500, $600 day, right? And that's part of being, that's kind of weird. That's kind of being a well, okay, it's messing up on me. My computer's messing up. But that's part of being a profitable trader, right? Being a profitable trader is holding on to your trades until they are invalidated. They were not invalidated when I first initially sold, right? And me and my girlfriend before I trade, we do this little thing where it's like we kind of make sure that I'm focused, that I'm ready to trade for the day. Some of the things that we talk about are me taking my setup. Another thing is proper risk management. Another thing is closing your trade, or once your trade is closed, that's it. You have to enter back in with your next setup. And I think that's the one that kind of gave me some cognitive dissonance where I was like, I closed my trade, but my setup is still going, you know? And I think today I had to fight with it, but I ignored it when I saw that happening, that this is still my trade, this is still my setup, this is something that I should take, right? And once I did that, then I was able to profit for today. But in reality, I should have never closed the trade. I should have closed it down here, and that's something I did not do. So it's a learning process, right? And that's what I mean by I'm still trying to be a profitable trader because right now, even though um I passed my last combine, I'm passing these combines too. It looks like they're doing really well here as well. Right now we're only about $1,000 away from passing all of these combines here. This one's the lowest one right here. So about $1,045 away from passing all of these combines. It's like I'm still not profitable. I still have nothing to show for it yet. Yes, I can literally request a payout right now and I'd be guaranteed $700 right now, but I still want the full $2,000 to trade with. I'm not gonna lie to you. I want that $2,000 to trade with. And we're almost there. We're almost at that buffer where we are so close to having the balance up to $2,000, making sure that we have that $2,000 buffer. Anything above $2,000 is us, right? In the sense of making sure that we have enough um, money that if we make $3,000 and we drop down to 1,500, we still have 1,500 to play with. So anything above 2,000 is us, which is really exciting. Same thing with the combines too. Anything above 2,000 is us. We're almost there as well. So that's something that we got to keep focusing on. continuously focusing on the process. This was an A plus trade. A plus trade. It worked out beautifully, but I got scared, right? So my execution was not A plus, but the setup was. So that's kind of what I wanted to talk about today, guys. I know it's not so much, but I really am excited with the progress that I've been making. It's been going really well for me. My trajectory has been so much better as well, as you can see here. That I mean, this is starting from the 23rd, so a little bit of a dip, rip, you know, trying to pass these levels and having and building a good equity curve, right? So today, ended up $240 win, just like on Tuesday night. And it's awesome because we had $1,000 week, you know? And I guess that's what I always want to think of too, is that when you get to 5 funded accounts and you have $1,000 week, that's $5,000. That's insane, right? You average $1,000 per week for 4 weeks. That's $20,000. That's insane. To me, that's just like I just made like what I make at my job times five or whatever. I don't even know, but it's like holy crap! Like that for me is like 5, 6 months of my job. So it's kind of crazy to think about that. And we've been doing really well. We've been doing really well. Again, I think the thing I love most about this calendar showing my wins and losses is that only one day. I know this Wednesday was bad. Even though I won, it was bad. But only one day of like full on, and even that day wasn't bad. I was just getting chopped up. But it was just one day of a $400 loss. The rest of the losses, $67, $37. You come back to here, $193, $98. So my losses are being kept small. My winners are larger than my losses for the most part, and we're trading well. So anyway, guys, that's it for the trading aspect. I definitely want to touch on this really quickly. Let me see if I can um, take that off and then make this larger. Let me see if I can make myself full screen here. But today was an amazing night. This has nothing to do with trading, by the way. So, um, yeah, like keep trading stoically, and hopefully you guys had a really good week. But anyone who watches soccer, tonight was such a big night for my Spurs. My Spurs right here. I'm so super excited. We made it to the Europa League final. We're going to be playing Manchester United. That's my brother's team. And we've both had horrible seasons. It's like one of those seasons that has just completely dragged through. It's been so bad. Um, but here we are in the final. It's crazy. I think it's like the 14th best team in England versus the 16th best team in England for the chance at glory of winning a European trophy. It's absolutely unbelievable. But I love my squad. I love my team. Um, Honestly, it's just been such a great ride in this European journey. I'm so excited. So super excited about um where we're at right now, being in the final. The final now is only about 13 days away from me recording this, a little under 2 weeks. You already know I'm calling out of work that day, which is I have to. So it's so exciting. It's so exciting for me, and I'm really proud of the boys for stepping up and going to Bodo Glimt and playing on the artificial pitch and winning 2-0 and against all odds, making it to the Europa League final. It's just crazy to me. So I'm super excited about that. It's hard to remain stoic about Spurs for me. It's hard to remain stoic about Spurs, but I'm so excited, man. I'm so happy for this team, and I'm so happy for where we're at right now. We've had such a long journey to get to this point. 6 years ago, we were in a Champions League semifinal, made it to the Champions League final, and we lost to Liverpool. So another all English classic for us. But this time, I fully believe that we can do it. I fully believe that we can do it. I know that we can do it. And I'm going to be cheering them on from where I'm at right now. So I'm super excited, super happy with the win today. Come on, you Spurs! And yeah, so anyway, guys, that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you guys watch soccer, let me know your favorite soccer team, you know, or if you don't watch soccer, let me know your favorite sports team too. This is my favorite sports team. Also, I'm a huge Orlando Magic fan too, but I love Spurs. I love Spurs so much. So, I just won a trophy. It's been 17 years since a trophy, and we're gonna get it. We're gonna get it done. So, that's it for this video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. And yeah, keep trading stoically. Come on, you Spurs!